Our next speaker is Kellen. Throughout the quarter, we have heard Kellen speak on the topics of endangered species and his brother. We have also learned that he likes fishing. Kellen first became interested in lacrosse when he first started playing it 7 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kellen.
Natives, Europeans, and now Americans are all starting to play the captivating sport of lacrosse. Lacrosse is something we should all learn about. It has many physical challenges and purposes in past history. Now we will learn an overview of the sport, the history of the sport, and how the sport is growing. According to LighthouseLacrosse.org by Alex Normandy, a very well-known journalist for ESPNU, on May 6, 2012, there is 4 different positions in lacrosse. Midfield, which start here and can play on the defense side of the ball and the attack side of the ball. Attack, which play on this half of the field and only this half of the field, and are generally the best offensive players on the field. Defense uses 6-foot pole instead of a 4-foot for defensive purposes and play on this side of the field. And the goalies will play in this crease area, the circle, and they use a wider head to stop the rubber ball. As referenced by simplylacrosse.com by Travis Somar on December 7, 2011, it is a fast-paced game full of action and takes pain tolerance. Lacrosse is a sport mixed with soccer speed, hockey's physicality, and basketball's precision. Also stated by Simply Lacrosse, it is very unusual, a very universal sport. People of all shapes and sizes can play it. There's girls lacrosse, which is more of a finesse sport, and it is also very easy to pick up or learn and is very friendly to newcomers. We have now learned about how the sport is played in an overview of the game. Now we will learn about the history of lacrosse. As referenced by FILA Lacrosse, used by the United States Lacrosse League for all information regarding lacrosse, by Jane Clayton, April 16, 2013. Lacrosse started as a contest between Native American tribes. The game was initially played in St. Lawrence, Canada. The Native American games took over several days to play and were considered a sport to toughen up the young and were used for religious reasons. Stated by History.org, March 11, 2012, by Land and Justin, a demonstration of lacrosse was given by the Kawanga Indians in Montreal in 1834. By 1860, the game had become Canada's national sport, and by the turn of the century, becoming more popular in several countries. In 1904 and 1908, it was played in the Summer Olympics. In 2001, a professional lacrosse league was made. As we have now learned how historical the sport is, let's look at how it has grown throughout the years. As listed by yanlacrosse.com, made by Paul Rabel, an all-star in the Major Lacrosse League, by Jake Sandler, 2013. It's the fastest game on 2 feet, rapidly moving across the country. Colleges and high schools are now adding it to their repertoire, and in 2000 there was 1,273 programs. Today there's 2,612 boys high school programs across the U.S., and today there's over 4,000 programs for lacrosse alone, not counting boys high school. As referenced by SportsDestination.com by Julia Tannehill, January 19, 2013, with nearly 600,000 players in the U.S. alone, lacrosse is quickly becoming one of America's favorite sports. Unlike most sports, lacrosse offers three unique experiences depending on who's playing the game. Men's and women's differ in terms of field strategies, equipment, and playing techniques. And colleges and universities have dedicated lacrosse facilities, lacrosse fields, but it can typically be made out of any football field or soccer field. You have now seen an overview of the sport of lacrosse, the history of the sport, and how the sport is growing. Lacrosse is a sport everyone should enjoy, and Americans now, even Minnesotans, have started to embrace the sport, and I hope our class or community can too.